Hello, hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Lotus, Lotusthesage. Today we have another pick a card reading, and it's going to be influenced or inspired by numerology or numbers. So we are going to look into the angel numbers from Kyle Gray's book first to give us a prompt per group, and then we will look into what Spirit wants to talk about based on the prompt, and then we will get some extra guidance at the end. So for pile 1, we have the blue die. Pile 2, we have the white die. And pile 3, we have the red die. Okay, my beautiful collective, take a second to see which one or which die might be calling to you, or which color for that matter. And I will see you at your choice. Ciao. Welcome, my pile 1, my blue die. I'm going to put the other dice over here because we're going to use those very shortly. I'm going to spread out your cards first. Oops. Okay, my beautiful collective pile 1. 1 is your die. So we're going to, there's only 300 pages of numbers in this book. So from where, when the blue die lands on the 1, 2, or 3, I will follow the rest in suit. So we have 2, 18. I know you can't really see that, but trust me, that's what you have. 218. Okay, so we're going to look into the book and see what you're reading or what spirit or angels want to let you in on. 218. I'll read it to you. You are being encouraged to take a leap of faith and trust what lights you up. Okay, let's see what the Shaman Oracle has to add to these messages. Benefactor, grace and generosity. And deep quiet. Meditation and stillness. You have number 3 and number 11. So my collective, just a reminder, you are being encouraged to take a leap of faith and trust what lights you up. So we're seeing here the benefactor, grace and generosity. Are you the benefactor? Are you finding pleasure and grace within giving? How are you receiving and giving? It feels like you've been in a deep contemplative place. You've found stillness within self and within your purpose is what I'm hearing. And it's now translating in you being able to offer up some sort of service, help of some kind. And I feel that that's part of what's lighting you up, is being able to be generous, giving, loving, still, quiet, sound, calm. I'm going to read a little passage for both of the cards from the book. Benefactor, grace, generosity, gifts, support, and mentoring. The most beautiful gift the benefactor gives you is a recognition that you are stewarding and sharing abundance on behalf of a higher source. One that is always working through you. The motivation of her generosity to you, as well as yours to others, are intangible, although you will see the results reflected in the material world. The benefactor reminds you that it is in the purity of your desire to share without the need for reciprocity. That, paradoxically, your initial generosity is reciprocated tenfold, seemingly without any connection to the original act. Beautiful. And that's what we picked up on. And then deep quiet says meditation, stillness, and clarity. When we don't respond to the invitation offered by deep quiet, life can stop us in our tracks with an illness or a crisis. Listen to the still, small voice. Remember that you want to catch spirit on a whisper, not a shout. And it is only human to argue that you are too busy to slow down, that you don't have the time, the inclination, or the money for a retreat. Do not let any of these reasons get the better of you. Stop the world and enter the deep quiet before you come to a crashing halt. After you have said yes to this invitation, You will find that the world can get along quite well without the need for you to manage it. You will enjoy the freedom that comes with stillness, the clarity and spaciousness offered by silence. Maybe it's the reverse. Maybe you have been giving up more of yourself than... Apologies in advance for the construction. I will try my best to mute out as much as I can. Maybe you haven't had enough time to be still for you to feel generous or to be able to step into the benefactor energy, coming back to what lights you up. Maybe you're needing some quiet time to find what exactly is that benefactor in your life. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to add. The Chariot. The Eight of Swords in reverse. The Nine of Wands. And the Five of Pentacles, or the Five of Coins. I'm getting a few things here. My viewer, are you looking for a benefactor? Are you looking for somebody to invest or support you in some way? It feels like you're wanting to get out of lack mentality or a state of poverty in some area of your life. Perceived poverty. So the Chariot, wanting movement, trying to rein in what it is that you want. You've made the plan to move forward and fight and finish what you've started. But it feels like there's a part of you that is in disbelief, and that's probably why the quiet meditation is here echoing to these energies. Meditation and stillness, you know, finish what you started and get out of your head when it comes to feelings of lack. Because this benefactor spirit is what I'm getting is your main benefactor naturally, but there is an energy that is calling or echoing to decisive movement to get you out of this energy. But Spirit is saying that you're building, though. You're building this up, whether that be in character of your mind or in your mind, or literally monetarily or financially. So try to keep your thoughts clear and positive. Okay, let's get a little bit more info on the tarot cards here. We have Faith over the Chariot, Endings over the Eight of Swords in reverse, Bad News over the Nine of Wands, and Good News over the Five of Pentacles. So what I'm getting from Spirit here is have faith in the decision that you've made to end the lack mentality. It's going to still feel like a struggle. It will be a struggle. That's what the bad news is. It's not bad news. It's like finish what you started. You're like, can I just get there? Yes, you will. And that good news is you will reach this maturation of understanding when it comes to the way that you may have been viewing how abundance and generosity flow into your life. That's pretty awesome. Okay. Last bit of cards here for you. We're going to take two of these Feng Shui cards. Give us a little bit of guidance. Oh, that came up real quick. They said this one and this one. Okay, we have number 5 and it says waiting. With truth and confidence, shining out, creating success, constancy bears fruit, fruitful to cross the great river. Waiting for what you need. Bring yourself into harmony with the desired outcome. It may take longer than you imagine. Faith and patience are your allies. But fully present in waiting, your attention shines and starts a creative engagement with the world. You are committing yourself to its manifestations. Exactly. How can you wait patiently with commitment? While you wait, how can you best make yourself ready? And that's while you wait, right? The stillness and meditation. How can you make yourself ready for this? Again, prepping the mind, prepping your energies, prepping your actions. And then we have number 43, deciding. How perfect. Tell it in the King's Chambers. With truth, call out, there is danger. Notify your own city, fruitless to take up arms, fruitful to have a direction to go. Asserting your identity and right to be heard is where your decision begins. But declaring the truth is dangerous. It stirs up old ghosts, inner and outer. Yet better this than ignoring and neglecting them. Focus with clear intentions on what you're moving towards rather than what you're reacting against. What do you stand for? How do you define yourself? What belongs in your realm? And where do you need to make a clean break? Again, removing yourself from these old thoughts or old patterns of belief and how you move about. It really does feel financially heavily based, but this can be in any area of your life, of course, my darlings. So, to close off your reading, lovelies, we're looking at 14 first, because 11 and 3, and then we'll be looking at 48 to close it off. So 14 says, your angels are encouraging you to spend time listening to them. Remember, angels are as loud as your willingness to listen. Again, waiting, stillness, receptivity. How are you receiving that information? I love that. And then we have 48 is what I said, yeah? Okay. The angels of purpose are with you now, helping you understand and follow the truth and purpose that will light you up. Oh, that is so perfect. My collective of pile 1. I hope that was helpful. And the numbers and angel guidance have given you some, exactly that, guidance moving forward in this direction that you are seeking. I'm sending you the most amount of love. Until next time, this is Lotus Chat. Welcome, my pal 2, who chose the white die. So I'm going to spread out your cards first. Okay, lovelies, so we're going to roll all 3 dice. There's only 301 pages roughly of numbers in this book. So 1, 2, or 3, whatever this one lands on, and then I will follow the rest in suit to find out which angel numbers, or which message, or which prompts Spirit wants to let you in on. So we have a 4. Alright, so we have 1, 4, and 6. Cool. So we're going to look up 1, 4, 6. Great. You are in a state of transition. Know that angels are guiding you through the process. Okay, transition group 2. Let's see what your shaman oracle has to add to that message. Feast of plenty, choices and their consequences. Lovely. And winter's dream, gestation period, beauty. Number 20 and number 63. Just a reminder, you are in a state of transition. Know that angels are guiding you through the process. Hence this gestation period. Anyways, what I'm feeling here is something wanting to come in, not even something, there is something coming into your life or wanting to come into your life that is about past choices you have made, therefore sort of reaping that benefit. That's what I'm getting the most. It feels like there's going to be an influx of something, but there's a necessary rest and gestation period for you to have the strength, motivation, time, energy, effort, whatever the case is, for this to fully, for you to fully appreciate and absorb what wants to come in for you. And that's a lot. So I'm going to read a little passage for each card from the book. Feast of plenty, options, choices and their consequences, life's blessings. You are faced with a plethora of options right now, and while they may seem to be an extraordinary thing, too many choices can throw you off balance. You might be worried that once you commit, you won't be able to turn back or refuse to confront the consequences of that decision. The most important thing to realize is that the feast is offering you experience. No amount of overanalyzing or strategizing will help you make the right choice now. Don't debate the right or wrongness. Instead, just choose. and the choosing is the seed of experience, and that is what is necessary now. Only one warning: avoid the same choice if it keeps you hungry. Interesting. So, again, I still feel like it's about those choices from your past, and it can be the choices that you're currently making. Are you resisting or denying or refusing this gestation period? Interesting. Winter's dream, gestation period, sanctuary, conscious awareness. This is not hibernation. Do not fall asleep. Take your quiet, wakeful nature with you into stillness and know that you are replenishing your life force. Exactly. Trust that the deeply buried seeds inside your soul, the ones you planted even before you were born, again, past choices, are stirring softly, ready to awaken with the spring. But do not try to rouse them early. Instead, surrender to the quiet of winter's dream. This is a time to set your priorities in order, yet not act on any of them. Allow the clarity and transparency that comes with winter's dream to permeate your heart and soul. Again, it's about timing and waiting for that right timing is what I'm getting. Spirit is prepping you for this bounty to come in. Awesome, pal 2. Let's see what your tarot has to add. We have 3 of Cups, the Fool, Six of Wands in the reverse, and the Page of Cups, the Page of Coins. I just heard you're in the process of reconnecting with yourself to bring in the victory for yourself. There is a definite ask to slow down or to be still in this particular area of your life, whatever this is echoing to or wherever this is resonating in your life. There's reconciling with yourself to find the confidence to step forward in this new beginning, in this practical new start. But this reconnection with the self to start over is in this gestation period for this plenty to come in. That's the reason, I said 6. This is the 4 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, because it's not a time yet to celebrate this thing yet, because it's still slowly coming in for you. It is just literally in the gestation period. So this reconnecting with the self, about bringing the plenty and your choices and your consciousness to the forefront. Knowing that your celebration or your union within self is going to bring you to this practical new beginning and new start in the area of your life that you're seeking. So they're really calling for you to rest here, my pile 2. Let's get some extra info on the tarot. Okay, we have, speaking about reconciling with self, right? Reconciliation under over 3 of Cups. The Fool. We have gain. 4 of Wands. Anxiety. How fitting. And Page of Cups. Dark-haired man. Okay, so my collective, pile 2. Same thing, reconciling within yourself to gain back what may have been lost. Anxiety about how to get there or the consequences of your choices. That's what you might be debating currently or giving you the anxiety. The Page of Coins, this dark-haired man can be you. I feel like it is my viewer. However, it definitely can stand for somebody else, another person that might be coming in for you once this new beginning starts, or when you're closer to that beginning, there will be energies that come in to help and be a part of this feast of plenty. So you take that however that resonates. But they're just reiterating and echoing back to what we had touched upon in the tarot. They're just saying you're having anxiety about getting what you want. You can, but again, it's about this. This gestation period is the key. Okay, we're taking these 2. Came out fast. Last two cards, we have enthusiasm, fruitful to set up, feudal lords, and mobilize the armies. The energetic charge of enthusiasm can be used to set great things in motion. Use it wisely to expand and enrich your experience by expanding your network of support. Marshal your resources, ready for future challenges, and to channel enthusiasm's strong active power. What do you imagine? What inspires you? How can you use your enthusiasm constructively? Again, that feast of plenty, wanting that for that enthusiasm. So change the anxiety for the enthusiasm if you can. Switch out that energy. I know it's not that easy. 58, opening, creating success, constancy bears fruit. Opening brings people together and begins a lively creative process of sharing and exchanges. It liberates human energies, motivates people to overcome hardships, and encourages perseverance. It means joyful and outgoing expression that opens up communication. How can you fully enjoy the moment? What are you bringing to expression? What if you communicated and exchanged more freely? What if you communicated and exchanged more freely with yourself, with others, with people coming in about this plenty, finding enthusiasm for it? That's lovely. Okay, so your last messages now. We are going to look up number 83 with the first two cards. And then these ones, we're looking up 74, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? Yeah, okay. So 83 first says, look at every mistake you have made as an opportunity to learn and grow. Let go of regret. Maybe that's the part of that anxiety too, and reconciling with yourself. Beautiful. And then 74. Angels want you to spend more time sharing your plans with them so they are better able to support you. Communicate your ideas. They talked about this, yes? Communicate with them, to them, about what you desire. I love that. That's amazing, my collective of Pal 2. I hope that was exactly that, gave you guidance and was helpful for you. I'm sending you the most amount of love. Until next time, ciao. Welcome, my Pal 3. Gonna put your die over here for a second. Gonna spread out your cards first, and then we will get into your messages. Awesome. So there's only 301 pages in the book, so 1, 2, or 3 once this lands on, we will follow the rest of the numbers to find out which prompt Spirit wants to let you in on. So we got a 5 for that red. All right, we have 217. Oops. Oopsies, sorry. Great. Apologies if you hear my tummy rumble. Let's see what Spirit wants to let you in on. You are being reminded that the energy of those around you affects your vibrational state. Choose who you connect with accordingly. Dun dun dun. Who's zapping your energy, Pal 3? Let's see. Joyful Muse. Inspiration. Lovely. This seems to be your energy. I'm getting that very strongly. And Perfect Storm. The courage to step into life. And as a reminder, you are being reminded that the energy of those around you affects your vibrational state. Choose who you connect with accordingly. So it feels like your inspiration, your joy, your energetic frequency is very contagious, and it seems to be that people are siphoning your energy. That's what it feels like. They're sort of meaning in your time. They're taking more of your time, or you're not able to do as much of your creative pursuits is the energy that they're throwing at me right now. This perfect storm, it is the perfect environment for the evolution of you, for you to learn a particular lesson about dynamics, possibly about personal boundaries and other people's boundaries. It can be the right ingredient for you to step more authentically into your own inspirations. And you have double master numbers 33 and 44, so heavy angelic guidance for you. Going to read a small passage from the book for both cards. Joyful Muse, inspiration, the gift of play, inner child. The joyful muse is a source of inspiration, a wild and disruptive feminine force that compels you to invite more pleasure and delight into your life. Give yourself permission to be mischievous and find the humor in the tragedy while careful not to become frivolous. The power of this muse will shake up everyone around you, invite you to create beauty and grace out of the pain and tragedy you perceive in areas of your life. The joyful muse often comes at a time when darkness prevails and the future seems dire. Embrace her gifts, being playful without being silly. Invite the child inside you to come out for a play date, and he or she will help you to return to your innate innocence, the place of never been there, never done that, even if it is the same routine you wake up to every morning. Finding that joy again and inspiration again. People feel like they've been sucking off of you. That wording choice is not the best, but that's exactly how it feels. And then perfect storm, an invitation to act now, the courage to step into life, shelter from turbulence. When the perfect storm appears, it cautions you to be ready for an exciting, if turbulent time. The winds are picking up and you need to make sure that you are close to the eye of the storm, or you will be buffeted by gusts that may take us far from where we need to be. The key is to remain centered in balance and bear witness as the forces build in intensity. Notice how the loose stuff is starting to fly around and recognize how little of it you truly need. Let go of those thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that clutter your heart and cloud your mind. The storm will be absolutely perfect for you. Seize the moment. There might be a great opportunity that you need to take advantage of right now. Carpe diem. Here, time is of the essence. It may be gone shortly, so do not hesitate. Go ahead, bite off more than you can chew, and take the storm on in all its terrifying greatness, experiencing the fullness of life. You will succeed. So just let me get this quick reminder again. You are being reminded that the energy around you affects your vibrational state. Choose your connections accordingly. Let's see what the tarot has to add. Oopsie. The Hanged Man. The Tower. King of Cups. And the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands. So I'm seeing your perspective has already changed. There's been a big shift. Again, perfect storm in the Tower. There is something that has come in to shift your perspective or shift your beliefs, ideas, etc., that is allowing you to step more into your emotional maturity and calmness and go after or go in the direction where your life is pushing you, encouraging you to step into your life. Again, more of you and less people taking from you. Yeah, that speed of it feels like a fast transition actually for you, even though it's they do echo to it being very turbulent. That's the reason why I think you have double angel numbers here, double angel numbers here, or double master numbers here, excuse me, and why the Tower is here. Spirit is bringing this in for the disruption of you, so that you can step in to your full authenticity and joyfulness and creativity, and sort of create a healthy chaos for new movement, for new options, for new endeavors, anything that you want. There is a speed and a maturing that is happening within this storm. Be right in the center of it. That's what they're saying. Okay. Let's get some clarifiers on your tarot. The Hanged Man, we have love. Over the Tower, perfect. We have Justice. King of Cups, bad news. They just said people are not going to appreciate the fact that you're choosing yourself now. Damn, vulnerable. That's what they said. That's what that bad news is. Once you've leveled up and matured, people are not going to be able to leech off you. It's bad news for them, but good news for you. That vulnerability within self leads you into your own maturity, and justice comes out prevailed, choosing you because you chose to change this perspective and love yourself in a different way than you had before. Meaning giving yourself time, not overly exerting yourself, not putting somebody else's needs before your own. Again, we're talking about, we're not talking about babies here, you know, we're talking about other people in your dynamics. So that's what the bad news is. They will not be able to leech off of you anymore. They will feel slightly uncomfortable with being vulnerable in that sense. You, however, have mastered that energy and are using the vulnerability as the strength. That's how it's translating. Awesome. Let's see your last two cards before we get into those final messages. Okay. Top. All right. First one says, following 17. From the source, creating success. Constancy bears fruit, no mistake. Honor the flow of energy from source to fulfillment and align your actions to it, allowing your ideal outcome to meld with the natural current. Following may then be effortless, flow of supportive synchronicities. Moving with the creative process is never a mistake. How are things flowing and how can you move with them? Where are you being nudged and guided? That joyful muse. Yep. Where are you being nudged and guided? Following your inspiration can never be wrong. And then you have 56, traveling. Traveler, creating small success. Traveling, constancy brings good fortune. To be the traveler means you are not at home here. You know you don't belong, since you are only passing through. Your creative involvement is limited. You cannot expect to change your surroundings, and nor should your surroundings change you. Be constant to your own way as you travel. What do you bring with you into each new situation? What does this place ask of you? Where are you going? Interesting. You're being reminded about your energy and how your environment changes you, but they're also saying it shouldn't change you internally. It shouldn't change you in a sense of losing your identity. It should be adding to it, in other words, is what I'm getting. Okay, so for your last messages, we have 33 and 44, which is going to be 77. I wonder if I should read you 33 and 4. I feel like I should. That's what Spirit's telling me to do. I haven't done this for any of the other groups, so... Master Jesus and his angels are with you. This is a sacred time for growth and healing. Your guardian angel is wrapping you in a cloak of loving protection. You are safe from the storm. Okay, so, side notes, got extra messages, pile 3. So 77, prepare for the best. Good news is coming and positive changes are unfolding. Absolutely, prepare for the best. And then we have 17 and 56, which is going to give us 73, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 73. Says, blocks are now being cleared. You are being aligned with magic. Hell yes. That's exactly what's happening. And that's the eye of the storm, you know, the courage to step into your life, that perfect storm. So things are unfolding for you, my pile 3. You just need to allow yourself to separate or to disconnect from energies that are zapping yours, in all truth. I hope this was helpful and gave you the guidance that you may have been seeking for today's reading. I'm sending you the most amount of love. Until next time, this is Lotus. Ciao.